Where's my pin? There's my pin. All right, hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Bin Jaws, and we're still working on this thing. And hey, I'm also working on some like voice recording stuff. Does this sound any better? I didn't change the mic. I just fiddled with like the volume. So let me know if this sounds any better. But also like, does this look good? So I was looking at this. I don't think this looks particularly good, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I didn't delete it. Don't worry, because like I'm not gonna be that crazy, but I am gonna get rid of that and really try to like change the background a little bit. Maybe make it look better. Hopefully, make it look better. But first, I wanna pick that. Uh-oh. Am I having pin issues? Oh no. No! Why? No, my pin! Alright. Cut! Okay, we're back. And get that out of my face. And get that color back that I was having. And why? Oh, it's cause that it's cause that background wasn't okay. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't see. So like, if this is educational at all, it should be for the pure fact that nobody's perfect. Even if people are like really good at the art and do like the art real good and all that stuff, they can even not to say that I'm one of those people, but like they can have little hiccups along the way. They can forget to activate a layer and then freak out why it's not working and then cry themselves to sleep later that day. You know, like normal things for normal people. Normal things for normal people. But yeah, I'm going to try to redo this background here. I think the modeling and everything is all right here. Like in a previous episode, I mentioned that I was going to try to do like a smear for the bug, for the fly, and the sandals, and I was probably thinking about going something like, oh that nope, activate the layer. Remember something like that, you know, and then the fly. But does this make it last longer? Yes. No. Wait. What the heck? What is happening now? There we go. Yeah, I want it to be light longer and just grab that fly. Just yeah. Okay, enough having fun. Time to work. Um. So yeah, gonna work on the background a little bit more. I'm gonna go for more of a cartoon look rather than like I don't know. I might have gone too cute, and man, that chair. I might have gone too cute and tried to like do too much. So what we're gonna do instead is none of those things. And instead we're going to actually sketch in what I'm thinking. So here we go. Yep, I'm on the right layer. That's good. So this is like a book, right? Like obviously it's a kid's book. If you didn't know that, read the title. But yeah, so this is like a book, and I would dare in fact say that this book might mayhaps fall very slightly in the fantasy genre. At least in the fantastical genre, you know, because fantastical does not just necessarily mean fantasy, you know. Like is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate, is that a fantasy story or is that a fantastical story, you know what I mean? So I'm going with fantastical. And what I mean by that is I'm hedging my bets that a lot of people don't know what candy stores look like. So I'm gonna make it up. But I'm going to keep to the spirit of my reference, where I'm going to have a bunch of vessels, glassen vessels, that are going to be receptacles for the candy, right? So I'm going to keep to the spirit of my reference, but also, you know, not going to use it. But references are still important. That doesn't mean references aren't important. Because, like, without those references, I wouldn't have the knowledge to decide for myself that, in fact, I do not want to use that reference. Because, like, it's still inspiring. It's still an inspiration. You know? So the idea is that this is glass and these are the see-through bits of the, I know glass like warps, so it would probably look something like that or something. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't draw too many glass things when I was in college, but I will tell you that reflective surfaces and glass surfaces do warp things in really weird ways. It's that refraction and all that good stuff, at least for water through glass. But yeah, so the idea is that this is maybe these should be having, maybe these should be to have flatter surfaces. If you understood what I meant, then I didn't say it wrong. That's all language is. It's not rules, it's understanding. If you can understand what somebody meant, then language has succeeded. But anyways, so these are just going to be giant jars. Essentially what I'm drawing are giant bubblegum dispensers that you might see in like a mall or something. Hey, fellow kids, you go to the mall, do ya? You ever heard of the mall? It's like a weird thing before the internet that had a bunch of stores in it. And rather than just going to Amazon.com, you went to the stores in the mall, a place that you actually walked to and walked in. All right, I'm not going to be patronizing anymore. That's it. What's the most recent generation? I think it's like Z, right? Like Generation Z. I'm sure the malls still exist, so they know what malls are. Like online, you always see those patronizing memes. Memes. You see the patronizing memes. All right, put in the comments below how you pronounce the word M-E-M-E. Is it meme? Is it meme? Is it mimi? Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so all these patronizing memes about like Gen Z, they don't know nothing for nothing. They never had to go to the mall. This is called a book. You don't have to recharge it. And you cannot use your finger to turn the page. You actually have to pick up the page with a finger and a thumb. Ignore that. With a finger and a thumb to turn the page. And then, like, the Gen Z person's just like, yeah, I know. I mean, we have to read books in high school. What are you talking about? Like, obviously, ignore that. Don't worry about that. I don't know if you can hear it, but if you can hear it, ignore it. Anyways. So, away we go. So these are giant bubblegum dispensaries. Now, does this look weird with her? Like, stop. And we're back. So, what was I? Yeah, is this, like, this isn't going to be, like, I think that'll read well enough. I think that'll read well enough. So that's my sketch of the background. And now, I guess I did a background sketch in my previous backgrounds illustration, but this time, I'm doing it this way. I'm still going to do, like, the wide outline thing, but... Actually, no, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. See, that's part of it sometimes. Sometimes you just don't have a plan. So... instead, I'm just gonna decide on something. We're going with red, like last time. We're just sticking with red. This is gonna be the red candy jar. Am I on the right layer? I am. This is the red candy jar. Yep. And you got your red candies, and then sometimes the candies are dark. Is that... I need to make a Make a, like a, can I, what does jitter do? Does jitter like do spacing? Yeah, yeah! Okay, so that'll just make it easier to do a bunch of candy. Hey, if you can't do it easy, do it easy. You know, that old saying that Ben is saying all the time. Oh, yeah. Candy. It's the easy way to make candy. Baby, it's candy. And then red. Too much. Too much jitter. Some dark red. Because, like, this is background stuff. This isn't the focus. It just needs to give the illusion of a candy store. Right? It's all on what you want to convey to your audience. Now, does that look like a jar? Like, if you squint real hard, does that perhaps look like... You know what? I'm going to go to another layer. This layer is going to be called jar. And this is where I'm going to, you guessed it, draw the jar. So it's going to be white because it's glass, even though glass is like greenish, bluish. That's way too small. Or too big. I want it to have like a nice sharp... Yeah. Nope, too small. What did I say about experimentation? That it's okay? Boom! And then like, boom! But not as on the nose as that though. And then we're gonna have, oh come on. Oh, I'm on pencil generic. That's what's going on. I want to be on shader. Yeah. Then kind of give it a sheen. Just a little bit of a sheen, and then more of a sheen, more of a sheen, more of a sheen. And then make it smaller, where the light apex is, and reflectiveness, whatever that word is. This that line there, I'm not sure how I feel about that. But I am gonna go back to this layer and erase that overlap to make it all fit in the jar. Now I need to go back and forth between the two just to be sure that what I'm doing is an improvement. It looks better, I think, already. It already looks better to me. Maybe to you, like I'm a big stupid, but to me, wrong layer. No, right layer. I'm just... Oh, I just didn't. See, we all make mistakes, even if we're professionals, quote unquote professional. Okay, so now we're in a problem where I'm overlapping and I do not want to do that. So I'm going to go here to jar. I'm going to grab my feather select and select the outside of the jar. If it will work. Is it working? That worked. Why isn't this working? Why? Alright, I'm going to go to the lasso tool and draw my own stinking select line. I don't really care about the line there, so over here. There we go. Perfect! And then now I can go all over the place. See? Isn't that easy? This will all get covered up by the glass outline thing. So here we go. A little shadow because the jar is next to it. Right? Because that's how light works. And then I guess I've decided that the source of light is like coming in this direction. Can you see that arrow? It's coming from northeast to southwest. That's the direction of the light. At least that's what I've decided. So I'll have to keep that in mind as I do the shading of my little characters. Because we still gotta do that. We gotta do shading and words. Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Something to keep in mind when you're doing like shading and stuff. Don't just go up and down like on the spectrum, you know, like light has a more dynamic effect on things. Like sometimes you might even go, depending on the light source, you might even go down to a little bit of yellow if you're like doing green, you know. Look at the effect this has on the green. Like it changes it from just something that's green to something that's green and yellow. It looks more dynamic. I do not have necessarily the verbiage to explain why. But anyways, back to the jars, because that's what we're doing next. You gotta have fun, otherwise you'll go crazy. Oh, now I need to remember like what size this is, or I'll just redraw the line. Oops. I guess I'll do it slowly. Pew. 95. Remember that, because I'm going to have to ask you for it here in a minute. 95 is the size of this line. There we go. Go back to the jar, or go back to the color. And now we go up and just eyeball the sheen. Eyeball the sheen. Because that's what all good eyeball artists do. Eyeball artists. There we go. And then a little size down. Reflectiveness. Let's add another one right there. No, why not? Why not? Oh, shoot. I did that on color. No. That's okay. Just undo, 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 undo. Because I do realize that I still need to add the like the candies inside the jig. And then like that. Yeah. Yeah, that gives off the illusion of jar, of glass. Maybe add more to the red up here. Because like the closer you get to the edge of something that's made out of glass or a glass-like object, like even plastic and stuff, the more that object is going to become less see-through because you have to look through more of the glass. Yeah, full stop. You just have to look through more of the glass. All right, jitter. What size were these candies? I guess they don't have to be the same size. Oh, shoot. All right. Give me that lasso. That lasso too. I guess that's a good reason to have thick lines, huh? You're going to be using lasso a lot. Oh no, my shading. That's okay. I'll just keep the shading in mind as I do my candy. See, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. That's like candy, right? Maybe add some white ones in there to be like, hey, these are... No. But maybe if I put the size way down... Oh, that didn't work the way I thought it was going to. That is an interesting effect, though. Maybe if I draw like a fairy or something in a future book or something like that. Pixie dust or something. Can I make this way high? Yeah! Kind of what I'm going for. Oops. That's not so bad. I'll stick that. I'll stick with that. In fact, I'll do it on the red too. There's a problem. Okay, so don't necessarily... Just because you have a cool effect doesn't mean you have to overdo the effect. But with that being said, I'm going to overdo it. All right, next one. See, this is going way faster too. You just got to think, man. You just got to think. If you get anything from this tutorial, it's that you got to think. Thinking can only help you. when you're trying to draw. And I guess in like other situations too. But mainly when you're trying to draw. Alright, get that jitter out of here. And no, that's too big. Don't go crazy. Here we go. Jar number 3. Jar number 3. Get some of that dark in there. Some of that pale. Because the light is coming from boop, that way. Get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying there? Get what I'm saying? I'm using all of the color, all the spectrum and stuff. You know what? Maybe this candy's got a little bit of purple in it. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let's get rid of this just to check the there we go. Purple's a little darker, so I'm gonna have to lighten that up. Nope, don't like it. Okay, bye. Let's go back to blue. This is just a blue candy. Now it's a dark blue candy. I've decided. Not a mistake. It's a decision. Or as a late great might say, a happy accident. I mean, say what you will about the man's art, but Bob Ross, he was a good personality at least. Like, I don't have it. If you ask me, like, I don't have anything against this. No! I'm on jar! You son of a gun! But this can be remedied. Control X. Change layer. Control V. Anchor that to that layer. Bam. Fixed. See, little know-how. Those are the shortcuts I do use. Copy, paste, and cut. Those are the... If you're going to use any, use those. All right. What was the border size? It was like 93 or something. 95. Let's stop being crazy. 95. No, but no. Now I have to redo this one, but that's not that big a deal, but still. Here we go. And then let's get rid of this background so I can actually see a little better. And then this way. Got it. I don't like that. More of a curve. It's a kid's book. Shut up. Shut up. Stop saying it. Stop saying it like that. That's not a get out of jail. That's not the own you think it is. But it is though. In we go. Oops. Didn't want that last stroke there. A little smaller, a little heavier. A little smaller. That's too small. Boop boop. And a little bit of on the edges there, just to give maybe not so far, not so heavy on the better. All right, time to add some candy. Massue the outside of the vessel. No. There we go. Alright, now get all your blues. Get all your blues. Jitter. Lovely. That's too much jitter though. Yes. Yes. Yoop. Jitter's too high. Or I guess my color is not dark enough. What's going on? What's going on here? Oh, the color is not dark enough. Yeah. And then some just like neutral colored. Candy. Candy! and then whoosh, and then white, and then size down, and then sparkles. A little too heavy on the sparkle there. There we go. Because the candies are reflective or something. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm getting tired of this. But it's nothing like the last. It took me so much longer in the last episode to do these, and I don't think. I mean, look at it. That's not as good. Come on, it's a candy store. See, look, there's candy. And if anybody says otherwise, they can fight me. Okay. What's our last color? Yellow, of course, the primaries. Of course. What is green? That's not a primary color. Why? What's happened? Oh, jitter's still on. Like I said, professionals also make mistakes. Not because I'm a professional, just because I'm pretty sure they do. You know what I will do, though? I will add some orange to this to give it some dynamic colors in there. Alright, just look at it right now, right? So it looks alright right now. But when you add the orange in, that just makes the color a lot deeper, you know what I mean? Like, it just gives it a more deeper feel. Maybe that's a little... You know, like it just draws in more interest. I think like this is a more interesting color than if I just stuck to just yellow. It's much more interesting. Blend those colors together a little bit. That's ugly. Don't use my immaturity. Don't use my amateurity at art to diss my point, because my point is still valid, even if I'm not able to necessarily describe it. 95, 95, 95. That's the brush I've decided. That's the size. Zoop. Nope. Zoop. And then zoop. Nope. Fine. And then bright, big, reflective. We're not going to see too much of the shine because like the light source is going to be a little too far for you to see the, you know, like the focused reflection. And really what reflections are is what the word describes it, right? So it's reflecting what is actually in the room. So like this glass in real life would like, you would see stuff like this because these are like the overhead lights, and it would just be following like the like if you have a ceiling that's tile ceilings, you know, those tile ceilings, and then like in a school or like a library or something, you would see a tiled ceiling and they would have these lights in them, and they would also have like, and they would have like the separators in them like this, but not that thick. And this is what like the reflection of something in real life would look like. But I'm just well, I mean, not really, but you know what? Learning moment's gone. Teaching moment's gone. Probably because I'm not a teacher. You know what? Just go outside and look at stuff. Just look at stuff. Look at stuff that's shiny and be like, oh, that's how that thing is. That's what shining is. Oh, so that's what a shining is. It's when you can read people's mind and then you go crazy. I didn't read the book, so I'm just assuming. Give me jitter. Nope, not on that size. Too big. Oh, why am I way up there? There we go. Give me some candy. Give me some lights. Give me some darks. Give me some happies. Give me some sads. All the candy. All the candy. That'll be good enough for yellow, I think. You know, it's just a somber color. Super. Not white enough. 50. Oh, this size is too small. Yeah! Beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, don't forget to save your work. I haven't done that since the start. Save your work. Control S. That's also the shortcut I use. That's one you don't forget. Alright, so you might notice that the stands have not been drawn. And that is because I haven't done it yet. But I'm going to do it now. That's way too small. Alright. I guess I'll choose like no, don't do that. I'll lasso the area that the stands are going to be into. Oops. We'll have to be very careful right there. Or I could just do another. I'll do another. What the heck? This episode is just nothing but layers today. Here we go. Just gray. Just a gray stand. Follow my sketch. Like, if you saw this picture, what would you think these are jars of? Without context, without any context. Like, obviously, you know the context, so that's, like, cheating. You're already cheating. But, like, go get, like, go get your mom or your wife or your friend or something and be like, show them this. Show them this right here. And then ask them, what's this? What do you think this is? And if the answer that they give you is anything other than that's just crap, then you know your friend lies, or yeah, then you'll know your friend is a liar. No, but seriously though, yeah. What is it? What does this look like? This isn't like an innuendo or anything either. Like, I'm not trying to be like, do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the adult thing that's actually there? Because there isn't. I hope not. If there is, let me know, please. Because then that would be bad to... Like, I don't want to pull a Disney or anything. you get it? You... Alright. Alright. So I've established the light source. So I'm going to go and add it. This is full background, I don't care about it stuff. Like, not me personally, but like anybody. This is just like straight up get it over with. Like, this isn't the important stuff. The important stuff is the candy. So maybe like more reflection there, more reflection there. Maybe like a little. But yeah, so the candy is the important thing. I'm not worried about the pedestals. I'm actually gonna go to a blue so that shadow. Give the shadow. Also, the jars have mass, and the candy inside said jars are also going to be blocking the light, so I'm gonna have to reflect that as well. And if I wanted to be real fun, if I wanted to be a real stickler for like how light works, then I would actually choose the color of the jar as the base of my shadow color. Like the contents inside the jar, I mean. Because the glass is reflecting the candies that are inside the glass, because like obviously reflections go both ways. It's going to reflect your face because you're looking at it, but it's also reflecting the candy that's inside the glass from the inside out. It's also reflecting that. And because it's doing that, when light goes through the jar, it's going to pull some of that light and like change it so that it is more close to the color that's inside the jar. You know what I mean? It's essentially going to spread that. The color is going to like seep through. Is that a concept? Like, I'm sure there's people more eloquent than me that can explain these concepts better than I can, but you're watching my video, damn it. And I would hope that there's a reason for that, other than the fact that you're asleep and you're just letting YouTube just do its thing. But you see what I mean, though? Like, you understand what I'm going for here? Yeah, you do. You do. I trust you. I trust you. But anyways, we're not quite done with these pedestals. Oh, well, maybe we are. Oh, no. I was going to add, like, you know, like how the bubblegum machines have, like, the dispenser faucet. I was going to add those on this. I suppose I still can. Bubble gum machine. Just gonna see what they look like. Maybe this is good enough, you know? Not because it's like, oh, I'm lazy, it's good enough, but because like you don't even really see the yellow candy, honestly. It's just something about the outlines of the jars that I'm not quite sure how to really, because I don't want to go too sharp with the background, you know what I mean? Maybe I can just what if I applied like a blur? Like a Gaussian blur. How does that look? Oh, no, I need to deselect what I have selected here. So give it a blur, not a focus blur. Gaussian blur. Let's take that up a little bit. I mean it. Maybe. Let's duplicate that layer. Oops. Let's try that again. Because now it's going to just make it look like it's out of focus, right? And that might be fine if it looks out of focus. So I'm gonna make it out of focus here a little bit. Oh, I should get rid of it. Little goes a long way. So that'll be good. Let's try that. And then I'll duplicate this layer as well. And I have the background layer, I suppose, or the stand layer. Let's give a Gaussian blur to this. If you know how to pronounce this, I'm sorry, because I do not. And then the candy is a little blurry now. And then I haven't done this on any of my other pages though, so I don't know if it's gonna like. What happened? Why does this one not look as good? I guess it's already like kind of. Yeah, let's go with that. Oh, it's because I had my lines on, so it's like sharpening up the image unintentionally. But that now it just looks like she's in a candy factory almost. But I'm looking at my references here for the candy gumball machines. So maybe if I do a quick drop. I don't think I need them though, honestly. Let me know what you think in this. Let me know if this is if this is an upgrade. So here you go. So here's what it was. Here's what it was. And now we're going to this. Not that one. This one. And now it's going to go to that. Let me know how you feel about that. I think it looks better because you don't lose the jeez. I'm gonna have to do something real quick. So I'm gonna have to. What happened? What happened? Wait. I'm trying to. Why didn't that work? What even is this? Okay, 1 second. I need to troubleshoot. This layer is nothing. Did I just make a layer? I meant to copy a layer. I meant to copy the layer. Ink copy, color copy. Turn these on. I want to merge those layers. I'm going to rename this fly. Yeah, there it is. That's not how you spell fly. Fly. And so I'm going to take this guy. Get him out of there. And I'm going to put these back. Put him in and move him so that he's a little more, you know, that's a better spot rather than on the two lines there. This is where he could get lost a little more easily. Yeah, I think this is much better. Let me know what you think in the comments. But that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you think. Like I just said 10 seconds ago. And, you know, maybe have to move her too because, like, the curve of the jar and the curve of her flip-flop, that's a problem for another day. But let me know what you think. Leave a comment down below. Give me some tips of your own if you have any. And if you haven't subscribed, why don't you go ahead and do that? See more of these types of videos. Or maybe you just like my probably resistible personality. But in the meantime, have a good one. I'll talk to you later.